let's keep them flowing. Where do you come from? Where are you going? What are you feeling tonight? And what are you showing? Where do you come from? 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 Where are you going? What are you drinking tonight? Let's keep them flowing.
Wow, what's going on?
Hello, hello.
We are Cloud and Console. This is another episode of the Clouding Podcasting episode where we chat about everything cloud gaming this week. What's going on? What's going on, everyone in chat? Thanks for coming on by. Appreciate you coming on in and saying hello. Yes, Vet, it's party time.
Yep.
And is this the Ring King show? No, we already finished the Ring King show, Maker, on the
Ring
weekend.
King or the drinking?
The Ring Kings
Yeah.
was a series where we prepped for Elden Ring DLC. However, finished that over the weekend. Streamed it. You checked it out. You saw the
Yes.
Frenzied Fire End. So yeah, that's what I've been playing. And it's been nice. It's been getting me pumped up. I believe I got the countdown now on my station every day. It's like 38
Damn.
days. And I know you've got a countdown waiting
Yes.
for you as well. That's coming up a bit shorter in 21 days. I think you were saying
22
before.
days
22
before
days.
live final shape come out. So
Yeah.
yes, so we got a lot to talk about. Destiny 2, like now it's ramping up. I know we haven't been doing our podcast in the past 2 weeks, but we're back into it, and we're gonna let you guys know all about what's going on in Destiny and Eldiver and all the games that we've been playing.
Yes, and I've got a brand new cloud gaming service for everybody coming up later in the podcast that allows you to play any PC game you have. Huge popular titles like Fortnite, League of Legends, Apex, Grand Theft Auto 5, all on your smartphone. What? That's crazy. So many places, so many industries are getting into this. We're going to be doing a GeForce Now update, which is going to be epic. And we got news on Switch 2 and some rumors that apparently it's been officially announced. So that's exciting to hear. And we'll be talking about that and much, much more. So stay tuned. Let's get into it. But
Yes.
before we do, what have you been gaming on? What's been up in the NADS world?
So basically, I've been playing some Eldiver 2 as usual. We've been like grinding the purple samples. So try to grind that
Super
up.
simple.
Sample. We had some difficulty with like taking off at one time, but like there's still a few bugs, but still fun to play. So yeah, quite interesting game. It's always good to jump on it just to play a couple of missions and go from there. Other than that, I've been playing Destiny 2, as I mentioned. Try to catch up on everything. Just get ready before the final shape. So it's coming up soon, and yeah, there's just a lot to get done right now with like mission for the new exotic. We got next week. We got the Outbreak Perfected secret mission coming back, and also there's a lot of grinding on the Onslaught. Not necessarily grinding, just play for fun. I'm trying to avoid grinding too much. I've just been trying to get my weapons, a weapon I like, and try to get the access to them. So. Other than that, we played some Baldur's Gate 3 with yourself and SPG, which was a lot of fun. We had, trying to remember, we're in the Act 3 right now.
I did Missouri.
I cock blocked you. That was an
Oh,
interesting
to
moment.
hold Lazelle's hand on a roof.
Yeah, it was
Lame.
romantic, and Rudix thought he was getting it, and no, I just had my moment with Lazel. It was quite funny, something to watch, very fun. And other than that, I've still been playing some Terraria, discovering a lot of new stuff, and been playing. So in Terraria, what I discovered is that now when you defeat the Moon Lord, there's an end credit. They never used to have that. I don't think so. I don't know when they added it, but like I found that interesting. So I got to that point. I was like, wow, there's an end credit, and I can still play, but like the end credit is in the background, so it's quite interesting. Other than that, they added like a different weapon, different thing you can get afterwards, after you defeat the Moon Lord. Like a permanent buff that if you take, let's say, a heart or life art and throw it in shimmer water, it will change, and then you get like permanent buff now. So this is quite interesting. They added that. There's a lot of things you can do with the shimmer water. So pretty cool. And we're currently on 1.4.4 and 1.4.5 coming up soon. They're gonna add more stuff, so probably some new buffs, I'm guessing soon, because I know that there's this bus. It's like a mix of mechanical bus merged together that's available right now. I don't remember seeing it or fighting it, but yeah, that's gonna be my next step. Just try to discover as much stuff as possible, right? But yeah, that's what I've been doing. I just been playing on my phone because it's just easier. I can play at work. I can bring it outside, sit outside, enjoy the sun, and play outside. So a lot of fun. Another game I've been playing, and I'm gonna have to share my screen for that. It's a little game I played today. It's currently early access. So the game has like a lot to develop up on, but like it's an indie game. It's called Lift, and quite interesting gameplay. You're basically a god, and you have your totem, and they like praise you, and then you just like guide them, take them to take care of stuff around it's like a 2D platformer, right? But you basically tell them, okay, go get some wood, go get like this and that, and then you basically build your camp, and then like every night you get like enemy attacking, and as you level up, expand and expand even more. Currently it's very early access, and like I can only like do up to so many things, but like it's quite interesting. Worth checking out. It's on Steam. You can download the free demo to have a look. But yeah, it's just a little game. I saw a TikTok about it. The person was talking about this new indie game, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna have a look, and it looks quite interesting. So worth checking out. Other than that, I'm still playing a lot of Raid Shadow Legend as usual. There is the Community Award show happening the other day, and yeah, it was quite interesting. A lot of streamers like support that game, or stream about the game, so explain how to get better at it and stuff like that. So there was like a community award just for that, just like sharing the love to everyone. It was quite interesting. That's when I discovered it was a German-made game, so understood why the game is so popular. A German engineer was behind it, no? But yeah, other than that, where you been playing there, Rudigs? Tell me.
Well, now that I've finished Elden Ring, actually managed to go get all the achievements, so pulled out the platinum for it. So that was a huge achievement. Now considering whether or not do I want to get the platinum on Bloodborne as well. That'll be left up to whether or not I want to do that. I went into Returnal, actually, funny enough, and I just wanted to check out the photo mode, and I captured this image, which I thought was pretty cool. I edited it out. It's like a vision of a past memory, and I made it all red, kind of like the invader from Elden Ring. So I had fun editing, scraped the background. I thought it looked pretty cool. One of my favorite ones that has come out recently. So I had fun in Returnal. That was good. Stellar Blade has been an experience. There's a lot of fun stuff to do in that game. People call it a Souls-like game. My initial reviews a couple hours in, I'll say it's not a Souls-esque game. It is more of a action adventure. In Souls games, you lose everything you earn every time you die. In this game, you don't lose anything. You just respawn right back at your last checkpoint.
Okay.
So I find that is much more accessible. You can easily put it into an easy mode. So it's not necessarily like a Souls like game how they're saying it. I feel like Wilson and I have had this talk. Anytime there's a difficult game now, they need to call it Souls like, and I feel like it needs more than that to be Souls-esque. But good game all in all. I'll keep playing it and see if I can get some up on stream. If I don't get too caught up into Bloodborne. Yes, Returnal the roguelike. Yeah, but I was talking a bit about the Stellar Blade. Roguelike, definitely filled with action. Returnal hits home. Great game. Let's get into. I see you have the rumor lined up there. Do you want to talk about?
No, that's just I forgot about this game. I play it also on GeForce now.
Oh, okay.
Game, pretty funny. Worth checking out. It's called Little Kitten Big City. Little Kitty Big City. I didn't know what I was getting into when I started playing it. But yeah, it's just funny. I was talking to my wife about it. I'm like, you might gonna like that. Basically, the cat fall off the roof, and he needs to get back home, and he had those little quests you have to do to, just get back home, and it's quite interesting. Whoever created that game was a pet lover because it's pretty funny the way the cat look and the things you can do with it, and the slow motion when you try to grab a bird and stuff like that, and you meet all kind of other like animals that you help out and stuff, and you get those funny hat you can wear, which is quite interesting. Yeah, the cat thing is pretty funny, so I told my wife you need to look into that.
Yes, as Maker points out, the game is on Game Pass.
Yes.
So if you have Game Pass, definitely boot it up, check it out. It reminds me of like Goat Simulator or something like that, where you're just like wandering around with the animal, kind of causing chaos.
Yeah,
that's just what it looks like from the outside.
Cause some chaos, but I think it's more like, is it Prey that you play? It was like a cat game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Stray.
Stray, yeah, there we go. Make me think of similar genre where you have to jump a different location to get to your next area. There's like a little bit of parkour to do with the cat, but there's a lot of like, you got little achievement, like if you break so many pots or like trip so many people, like get pet by many people, you get all those little achievements. So it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, cool games, cool games. GeForce now, definitely check it out for some of these. But if you're looking for just to check it out, Game Pass has it available.
Yes.
So lots of ways to play it. Don't miss out
Hmm.
on the cat goodness. But
Yeah.
let's jump into what's been going on with our favorite games as of late. I know the countdown is getting closer and closer to the final chapter in Destiny 2, as well as I believe Helldivers had a drop recently after their chaos that ensued with the PSN login debate.
Oh, yeah, so basically, looking into about L Diver, so there's like a lot of new thing coming up, and yes, there was a big issue with like people be forcing people to sign up on PlayStation when a certain region of the world don't have access to it. So it was quite interesting. I just found there's like a lot of people would complain or like making a reason to complain about the game without being affected on by that. But I totally understand why some country couldn't access the game. They went back on their word and just removed that completely, from my understanding, for the region that cannot access a PlayStation account, basically, or PSN. So it's pretty good. They went back and worked it out. I don't think it was on Arrowhead decision. I think it was more a PlayStation, a Sony decision. The sad thing is that everybody went after Arrowhead for that reason. But like, yeah, it's shitty. That's all. Happy that they were able to figure it out, and now people moved on from that. But we have the new premium war bond coming up called Polar Patriot. I don't know if I can pull it here. Let's see here. Polar Patriot. That's gonna be um, our next Warbound. As you can see here, I pull that out from Discord. You can see all the new stuff you're getting, some new guns, some utility. Yeah, so pretty cool. They added that. As you can see, they keep adding more and more to the game. It's just amazing how often they come up with things. I think they should work a lot more on fixing the game, but like I think the game is running fine. So
We
for
didn't have too many issues the last
no,
time we went in for
eh,
super samples, and hopefully this Monday we won't have issues.
yeah,
So
exactly.
fingers
So
crossed.
they're still working on fixing stuff. Like, the last patch note was today at 5 a.m. No, sorry, May 8th, 5 a.m. So they fix a
Just
bunch of
before the
crash.
weekend.
Yeah, fix a bunch of crash. Common crash related to damage over time use. Fix a common crash related to adjoining quick play. Oh, I don't know. I know we keep like getting those random crash, but that's fine. So there's a bunch of known issue. They're working a lot on the fixes. I think they have multiple team working on the bug fix, and the rest working on the community event. Like, we usually complete the major orders, so it's good to know that they're still working on that. But I don't see any big release of anything coming out other than the new war bonds. So can't wait to see that. It looks like we're gonna look like similar to Star Wars. I feel like sometimes those like armor set they make you look like a stormtrooper. But yes, that is everything we have so far on Diver. It's always worth it to check out their official Diver Discord, where they usually release day and date, like whatever happen, any updates. So always interesting. Moving on into some Destiny. So Destiny has a lot of happening, as you can see here. So with the TWID, what was happening, basically there's no new information about the exotic class item that we're gonna get in the final shape. There's the new, so every week they release new boss profile for the Pantheon. I have difficulty with that word. Now you can get access to all the red border from all previous season at the moment. So if you're looking for a specific red border, it's time to chase it up. 0 hours arrive next week to get the outbreak perfected as craftable. There's a lot of new PvP map, 3 new PvP map, so you can access. They also added a little like quest line attached to it, so you can experience those PvP map. There's also access to all expansion from Destiny 2 until June 3rd. So if you're interested to look at all the new expansion that you never had a chance to access, you can get them now for free until June 3rd. And if you're on PlayStation, you can have access to them. You can have access to Lightfall, right? So. Gauntlet returned on the 10th and its 10th anniversary, which is a game type that was, I think, previously on Destiny 1. And it's AA and HPI Heritage Month. That's their donation month that they usually do every month. So quite interesting. So looking at the exotic, I'm just gonna go like this. Give me 2 seconds. Yeah. So we got some nice video here of the new prismatic class item. As you can see, here we have the Titan currently playing in the background. So basically, how it's gonna happen, so to earn them, you're gonna have to complete a specific activity that's gonna be available after the raid world first, gonna be accessible at the beginning of week 2. So they don't specify the activity, but as you can see right now, that might be part of the activity. It might be inside the traveler. But in this video, they're just showing the prismatic class, how it looks like. He's using all kind like a void subclass with solar and what is it, stasis, so pretty crazy. All the perk works. So basically every class will have like every class item will have a first column and a second column, and you can mix match any of them, similar to a roll from a gun basically. Let me see, I'm gonna join. I'm switching video now. Basically the so yeah, so basically you have like different I'm just closing some. So yeah, basically your first column is going to be one specific item and the second column is going to be another item. For example, we have Spirit of the Assassin for the Hunter, which is finisher and power melee final blow, grant visibility, and you can have like Spirit of the Star Eater as the second column. While your super energy is full, picking up our power overcharge your super, granting its bonus damage. And there's going to be multiple one like this per subclass, per class, sorry. And then you're going to be able to mix match. There's a list of all the specific spirits, they call it basically, or like the first column and second column for every class on their like TWID, which is quite interesting. I'm quite happy that they provided that, and I'll probably gonna show it to you guys so you have a better idea, so I don't have to read it all. But as you can see here, your first column, this is a list of all the first column for the Hunter, and then the second column, so you can mix match. Same thing for the Titan, has like a left column and right column. and then same with the warlock. So you're gonna be able to have like different exotic perk mix matching, but they made sure that will not break the game, so it's a good thing. I think the other thing they're gonna make a part of it is that so there's more than just having a warlock always like so it's gonna give like a flexibility and change it a little bit, so it should be interesting. But yeah, all these exotic class are all coming in the final shape, class items, sorry, and it's gonna be perfect for your prismatic subclass when you equip it. So we'll be I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to grind for it and look forward for it. The next thing we have here is a Patreon. So this week we had Oryx the Taking King, and then as the main boss, was there? I'm looking for the other boss. He's basically there's 4 encounter and he's the final one. The 3 other encounter are mixed from different raid, but he's the final boss. The one from last week, it was the now running a blank because we did it to the other night and I don't remember. It was a quick run. It was quite easy, so but yeah. There's information about RX and some of the different modifier they added to it, so pretty interesting. They added that, as I mentioned. Also, we have the deep sight weapon. You can access them all, which is great if you are looking for a specific one. And 0 hours. We're gonna have some nightmare with Trevor. If you remember Trevor, as you can see in the picture there, it's gonna chase you down the corridor, and you have to survive. As the Whisper of the Worm, the normal version is gonna be 40 minutes, and the Legend on it's gonna be 20 minutes, and you're gonna be able to have access to the Outbreak Perfected craftable version. So worth chasing it up because it's gonna be amazing to use. And we have 3 new map basically. Here's the map pack, and we're gonna just no, it didn't want to. Anyway, this is a map pack that we have 3 map added to Destiny 2, which is great. One is like within the it feel like part of the raid, has the sense of the like you have the vision of the traveler there with the portal you can access. The other one is inside the man, I'm looking for the name of it. What's the name of the raid that looks like this one there?
The raid that looks like this one.
Yeah, it's like that. The inside
DSC?
No, it's inside
No.
a pyramid ship. This one might be looks like more like DS.
Did I miss a raid?
No.
No, I've done Crota's. Was Crota's the last one?
No. Yeah, but it was added to Crota was the last one, but wasn't the it was a redone raid basically. Anyway, we got 3 new maps.
BMG.
So
Cherryman Gaming.
If you're interested, you can like jump into PvP and play on those new maps. As I mentioned here, it's time to get back into Destiny 2 as you can access all the expansion. So it's available to all player until June 3rd. Yes.
Here is my one take on Final Shape. Destiny 2 has always been famous for like recycling game mechanics, and I feel like the new ability they are giving you is technically nothing new because it's all the old stuff.
Yeah.
Just
they added new stuff also for the Titan, the Void Titan. Now that you have those axes you can throw, so I don't know if they add a new thing for different people, different classes, but yeah, I think you're right by saying that it does like show that they're reusing stuff. It just like now you're able to mix it. It should have been like this from the beginning. I don't know. It
Right.
just make it interesting, right?
Yeah, just kind of like no rules. Let's
Hmm.
break it on open. But that was just my only take on it. I'm sure the story will be top notch. I'm thinking better than Witch Queen caliber of story.
Hmm.
So I am looking forward to that aspect. We'll see how well they do. A lot is on the line for them, so it's time to hit it out of the park.
Yeah, exactly. I can't wait to see how it turns out. The gauntlet was like a charity thing, as you can see. The month of May is the Asian American and Native Hawaiian Pacific Islander Heritage Month. Okay, that's a mouthful, but yeah, you can go support them. As always, Bungie's very kind to support and donate on different thing like that. One thing I would like to mention, now we're done with the tweet, but that was it. There's a lot of information. I know I skipped through it because we got more news to talk about. It's always worth to check it out. But while we missed the last 2 weeks, it's like some other stuff that happened. There was this guy on Reddit basically posted about the prismatic before it was announced by Destiny 2 by Bungie. And the other thing you mentioned in there is that Bungie is working on a new project called Project, and I got a blank. Project Payback, which is apparently Destiny 3. So they're working on a Destiny 3. That's the rumor. The reason why it's more plausible, it's true, is just because from what you said before about the prismatic coming on Destiny 2, and then prismatic was announced afterwards, so people were like, well, maybe Destiny 3 is true, and it makes sense. So the Destiny 2 is great. I like what they did with it, what they tried to expand on it and maintain it, so you basically have one game that you can just like work on instead of like getting a new game and then like now people's gonna have to restart from the beginning. But the big thing is that even though they upgrade a little bit of the engine, they're still using an old engine. Um, and every time they add something to it, there's something else breaking, and it's very complicated. It's not as easy as like just fixing it. Sometime I would say that I watched a video about it, but like it's like black magic. Sometimes certain game they will do a fix, and sometimes the fix will break the game completely by removing a bug that was like holding the game together, if that makes sense. Looking at Halo Infinite, I watched a video the other day mentioning Halo Infinite and Halo 5 still add like the coding for Marathon when it was owned by Bungie inside the the engine. So it was quite interesting to hear that they had that at the time, like when it was created, and now they're still using the same coding. Maybe it's like holding on together or something. So pretty interesting what's happening there. But I
I hope
can't wait
they
to
upgrade it.
see. Yeah, I can't wait to see if they coming out with a Destiny 3. If they do, I think it's gonna be great. If we see one, it's not gonna be until like what 2030 maybe. It's got, like as you can see, the big games nowadays they have to work on it for like I don't know 10 years, and apparently they started working on that project when Witch Queen was released. Not Witch Queen. Yeah, yeah, the DLC. Just I'm running a blank there. Yeah, when the Witch Queen came out, that's when they started working on it apparently. So, but quite interesting. That's all I got about Destiny 2.
Well, let's jump into the news and try to get through as much as we can here. We have this story brought to you by yourself, right? Nintendo Switch 2 first feature confirmed.
Yeah, the article is not they talk about the feature being the Nintendo account that you can access on your phone and on the Switch right now. It's not nothing fancy. But the big thing is that the Switch 2 was confirmed. I think that's the best of it. I was quite interested to see that multiple article or online were mentioning yes, it's coming. As you can see, sometimes in March 25th or something like that. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
There's been like
absolutely. Well,
Switch 2 leak, and then like after a while, like Nintendo kind of like
Warning to parents. This Paramount Plus exclusive event.
oh. But yeah,
South Park is playing.
so
Oop.
yeah, we have a Switch 2 coming. So I don't know how the hardware is gonna look like. Are they gonna use the same template or maybe go more towards a Steam Deck? Who knows, right? So
I think there'll be no cartridges. It'll be a cartridgeless system. It'll be a digital storefront. That's just my prediction. We'll see how well they do with it. It'll be everything Switch but upgraded, I think. I don't think they'll mess too much with the formula. But only time will tell. And we all know there's going to be a bunch of people grabbing it. However, I feel like it won't be as high adoption as the original Nintendo Switch. So we'll see how well it does, but that's my upfront prediction. It'll fall behind its predecessor.
yeah,
But let's jump into what's going on at the GeForce Now station, brought to you by Nvidia. Yeah, they're letting us know on their blog that Honkai Star Rail blasts off on GeForce Now.
yes.
Members can look forward to an in-game reward plus 5 new titles. So big GeForce Now Thursday update this week. You can get a brand new cosmetic apparently, which is very cool if people like to do that. You know what they say, boys like to play dress up with their skins.
Yeah, I did try Star Rail.
Did you?
Yeah, I forgot about it. But as soon as I started it, I was like, it made me think so much like Genshin Impact. But
Right,
the
it's the
difference
same
is
art
that
style.
it's a turn-based combat instead of action.
Yes.
But like the UI is very similar, if that makes sense.
So
Yeah.
beginning the trailblazing journey without needing to wait for downloads or game updates with GeForce Now, members who've opted into GeForce Now Rewards program will receive an email with a code for Honkai Star Rail Starter Kit containing 30,000 credits, 3 refined Aether's, and 3 Traveler's Guides.
Yeah.
So that is the bonus you get there.
I just play it just to get that bonus.
Yeah.
See what it was.
Okay.
And I play a little bit. I was like, okay, yeah, I can see why people like it. It's not something I'll be like jumping in like more often on. I just thought to try it, to see how it looks like. But yeah, it's like a turn-based RPG where you have to collect like different characters so you can change your character, your team layout basically.
Well, there was a couple games on here. Supermarket Simulator, in case you ever wondered what it was to run a supermarket. They have simulators for everything now, apparently. Farmer's Life. And as well as, I thought this was pretty cool, a Tomb Raider Remastered, the first one. It's a definitive edition, the reboot they call it. Absolutely amazing. I love that game when it first came out in 2013. It was an absolute blast. And what was the last game you 100% completed? Well, literally yesterday, I just got the platinum on Elden Ring. What?
Nice. I don't know what's the last game. Oh, a Son of the Forest. I 100%.
Son of the Forest. Really?
Yeah, I did everything in it, and I was like, okay, I'm done. I know it's like
Wilson, you get no comments because I've beaten the game 3 times. It doesn't matter what you have to say. Mr. Save Scum all the way through Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, you cheated your way for Elden Ring, right?
No, I did everything required. I just
Yeah.
didn't fight all the bosses.
Like you said, like it wasn't the first time you finished it,
Yeah,
so
I've done it all
uh,
3 times. It's
yeah.
just the Steam one doesn't count. So,
Oh, okay, there we go. Oh
but
yeah, because
let's
you had the Steam version, and now you
right. That
go on
was my first
PlayStation. Oh,
playthrough with Bliss in my ear the whole
yeah,
time.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
and
Oh,
I
there's
didn't never
Bliss.
even knew the first time we played that there could be a co-op function to Elden
Uh.
Ring. It wasn't until later on that I realized, Bliss, you could have helped and jumped in with me at any time. The Bloodborne Platinum isn't that bad. Oh, look, Bliss is trying to get me to. I asked him the other day if he played that intense queen at the bottom of the Chalice dungeon. Bliss. So, is there, if you're listening there, if is there a specific one-time use code, like just a single code that can get you straight to that boss? You don't need to do any of the Chalice dungeons. He did it twice on PlayStation Nads. Needed another one. What 3 full playthroughs? I did it twice on PlayStation, and the first time I beat the game, Bliss can attest to this, was 100% on Steam. And I did the Frenzied Flame ending by accident. So technically, yes, I have done every single ending 3 playthroughs. Lawyered. Point proven.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, Mr. Save Scums his way through things. So let's not call the kettle black here.
And you think it might be
No, you
cool.
have to do a few things in the dungeon first. You have to do a few things in the dungeon first. Well, Wilson, if there was cross save, and I think you will admit that cross save and cross play should be standard on every game, I will have gotten the platinum trophy because I will have beaten the game 3 times without doing that. But let's get into more news. Like I said, Tomb Raider's reboot is a masterpiece, and it is on GeForce now. Kettle is definitely black. Wow. Hey,
That's
Mike, if you're in the chat, man, I hope you're doing well. Thank you for that text, man. It made me chuckle, Wilson. See, I got my boys on my side. They're reaching out. They're like that Wilson guy. He don't know what he's talking about, bro.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, we have Tomb Raider, and its reboot is a masterpiece on GeForce Now. If you ever played the first title, it is absolutely brilliant. Action adventure done right. I feel like it was a milestone in the genre for its time. Action on point, single player experience on point, and remastered on GeForce Now. It's really just going to be a top-notch experience.
Yeah,
Did you ever play the first Tomb Raider?
yeah. I played the original, but I play this one on Stadia actually.
Oh yes, it was on Stadia.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we had them all in Stadia, so I think I started playing the first one. Very fun game, like very well done. I just like didn't get into it. I guess like certain game I can play for a little bit and then that's it. So I don't know. There's like certain game are attracting me and others are not. You didn't need 3 different just 3 different maker, yeah.
Truth. Words of truth.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't want to spend too much on that because everybody knows Tomb Raider, I'm sure, but it's good to see it's on GeForce Now. Utomic adds 5 family-friendly games. Now listen, no one wants to hear about family-friendly game except for this one, Travel to Canada. What? Oh my gosh, they have a
What kind
game
of
all
game
about.
is that? Oh,
I looked it up just because I wanted to see. It's like a point and click picture game.
uh,
It's like something you'd play on your phone. But it's just nice to see Canada get a little bit of a shout out there.
is it like is it teaching people like if you come to Canada and come and see black bear, don't try to pet them or feed
No,
them
it's
or
like
something? Like
here's what a cottage looks like. Point out all the things at a cottage. Like I don't. It's like real basic stuff.
okay. Okay. Interesting though. Funny
Yeah.
they have those games there. Oh jeez.
We have Sarah Bond making some comment on Xbox's future. Now, I'm not sure if you saw this interview. I watched through it. It released earlier this week. Essentially, what she was saying through the interview was Microsoft is really going to take more of a handle on things, is what people were taking away from this. We're seeing Xbox Cloud Gaming being explained and put out there. So that was good to see. Cloud Gaming put forth. In addition, they were talking about a new mobile gaming platform
Yeah.
that they were going to introduce on the web as a store. And that's going to be releasing their first party titles onto the mobile app. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And I think that what they need to do is offer rewards and incentives to bring people into this web app, or else people just won't switch from what they're already doing. People are so ritualistic.
So there's like some picture of the new NL that the Xbox is gonna come out on. If I can show that very quickly. So basically, that's gonna be the NL is gonna look like, and the handle is gonna be collapsible to make it turn like this, like just a screen. So it's almost looking like a phone that you can expand into a controller. So that's the concept they had. That's recently got released. So that's the concept. I don't know if it's gonna look alike. But yeah, that's the idea. So pretty cool
I
concept.
wonder if you'll just be able to have apps on there, connect to the internet, and then you won't even need a cell phone plan, right? Because if
Yeah.
you're just calling people on apps anyways, if you're texting through Discord or whatever, I mean, the use for having your phone and like, it's almost negligible
Yeah, because
in the
I,
world we live in.
I found that like well, not including Canada, but in a lot of country out there they have hotspot. Like, so if you go downtown a city and you're with a phone plan, well, you have a hotspot to the nearest Wi-Fi. It's like a public Wi-Fi. I don't know how secure is it, but the idea is that you don't necessarily need like cell phone reception, and using the hotspot, you'll have a better like speed. Because if you look at it this way, with 5G and whatever they call 5G plus, it's higher frequency, so data speed is higher, but the reception is terrible. You need to be closer line of sight. So it's similar to your Wi-Fi, the 5G Wi-Fi at home. It's similar concept because it's higher frequency, but it's not as high as 5G. That makes sense. So it's two different technology, but they call it almost similar. So your Wi-Fi 5 gigahertz works at 5 gigahertz, but like the 5G work in the 20s to the 40s gigahertz. So it's higher frequency, and because of that, the speed is higher, is better, but like reception is shit. So having hotspot at different location, let's say you go to McDonald's usually have a hotspot. Again, how secure it is, I don't know, but if you playing games or something like that on the cloud, it will work perfectly, right? So that's the idea. But yeah, having an NL, you have everything in there. I do that all the time on my phone. I
Yeah.
don't have it here, but like I play Terraria on it, and it's just great. It works great. So, or I play other game on GeForce now. So.
Well, a game that you'll be able to access on your handheld through GeForce now
Yes.
is the brand new Hellblade 2. That's right, it's confirmed for GeForce Now. So all those looking to play in the stunning 4080 in the cloud instead of their Xbox local console or instead of their local PC, yes, it will be coming to GeForce Now. However, we have not been given a date, even though the game launches on the 21st. those looking to experience it in the cloud on the high fidelity of GeForce Now will have to wait. We'll be making sure to share as soon as we find out what date. But right now, we're not given anything other than yes, it'll be coming. We just don't know when. So let us know, please. I think we'll have the same thing as what happened with Starfield, right? We had the release of Starfield, an Xbox published first party game, and then a week later it came to GeForce Now for accessibility. And
Isn't it the game's gonna be available on Game Pass also?
the
So
game will be available on Game Pass. Yeah.
I
Hellblade
think
Senua's Sacrifice.
yeah, I have a feeling something like that's gonna happen. Yes, it's kind of exclusive to Xbox, but by the time they release it only to Xbox, it's coming out on Game Pass at the same time. Then it's gonna be available on GeForce Now and other platforms. So yeah, I can see that happening. I don't see a big issue with that. Yes, they're gonna be playing right away, but by the time the people playing on Xbox download the game, install it, you can be able to play on GeForce Now. Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. It's a good one. Awesome. So people looking forward to jump into the Now. Although I know personally, unfortunately, I'll probably have FOMO, so I'll download it to my PC and struggle and try to play with it like that until it comes to GeForce Now, and then I'll just move over there.
Yeah.
But awesome, it's coming to Game Pass. So definitely check it out. You can get into Game Pass real cheap. I hope it comes to Xbox PC. It should be coming to Xbox PC, right?
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, PC Game Pass.
Yeah.
So check it out there. Access is real cheap entry if you have a PC that can run it. Definitely worth checking it out. It is one of the most anticipated games of the year. It's in a collection of the anticipated. I am still looking forward to Black Myth Wukong. I really think that one is going to knock it out of the park. It's too bad Helldivers won't be on GFN. Oh, Hellblade won't be on GFN. I see Hell, and I'm like, I fill it in with divers. My brain does.
Yeah, you got brainwashed by the democracy, right?
Yeah, the Ministry of Truth is in my head. Purple, I really think that they're going to do the same thing that they did with Starfield. I think it will not be a day and date. It'll be a week later. I'm not sure why or for what reason. But hey, only time will tell. But right now, we are not given a date. So we are only able to speculate.
Who knows? It
All
might
right.
have to do with compatibility or something like that. Who knows?
Yeah. But let's jump into what's going on. Listen, if you were looking to play Hades 2, one of the most popular indies to drop this side of the moon this year, and you're like, hey, I can't run it locally. Where am I able to play it? It's only available on Steam. Have no fear. Boosteroid adds Hades 2 to the platform, and through that, they are able to get the early access in the cloud. So Boosteroid has got you if you're looking to play it, and your only option is the cloud. So note, Hades 2 is not inaccessible. It is accessible. You just got to know the right cloud platform.
I feel like Boosteroid is chasing down a lot of the indie games out there, right?
Well, I've heard it through Maker of Chaos. This is the year of the indies. So who knows? Who knows?
I know, like, it doesn't take much anymore to create a game from scratch. I can see a lot of people like doing it, like just from their computer, and eventually to just add a group of people to help out, right? So,
Yeah.
if you're right into, you know what, like the demand is, and you can create a game that can attract people, then there you go.
Bingo bango. Let's get into the final story I have for the day, and then we'll get into our clips.
Yes.
but this one is interesting. So it talked about top 8 cloud gaming services redefining play in 2024. So I thought, okay, this is interesting. I'm going to know all of these. PlayStation Plus, top of the list. GeForce Now is touted as one of the top cloud gaming services, which enables users to play games on high quality of their computer. So this is obviously touted as one of the best. Move it down, Vortex. Now, have you ever heard of Vortex cloud gaming services? Apparently, it's a peer-to-peer direct streaming.
Oh.
All gamers will enjoy high game quality without having to pay expensive hardware or download media files. There's an extensive library of beloved games across directions is sure to provide one game feature. So I went and checked it out. It's a app that you can grab on your Android device. It allows you to play Fortnite, League of Legends, Apex, Grand Theft Auto 5, PC gaming on your phone. So it's just a world now that we're opening up to, that they're able to get these games to you and plug them into all these different services. It's just ever growing, I feel. And each week I'm hearing of new services.
But this one, you said that it's a peer-to-peer, so I have a feeling it's connecting to your device at home or something, no? Or it's...
No, they say it's a cloud gaming app. Cloud gaming services finishes a segment of cloud gaming represented both the cutting edge. They say it's unique because it uses a peer-to-peer direct streaming.
Yeah, so is it connecting peer-to-peer? So for me, it's like connecting to another device.
So it may be connecting to your local device.
Yeah, I wonder. I don't know. I cannot specifically say, but peer-to-peer is basically make me think someone is running the machine on their own and you connecting to it. So it could be like just a concept of cloud gaming in general, right? Because if you look at a GeForce Now, it's a peer-to-peer, but you connect to your account through it or something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's the same technology there. But I just wanted to highlight it in case people were looking for different options. This seems to maybe even have a library where maybe your favorite game is now accessible via the cloud gaming. I just thought it was interesting to pull up. I'll be following Vortex and seeing, what they do in cloud gaming world and what comes from them. So I just wanted to highlight them and give a little shout out to Vortex.
It's just
they go
crazy.
in the right direction.
It's just crazy how many services are out there, popping out from time to time, and then still a lot of people don't know about cloud gaming. It just amazed me. That's all. But yeah, the technology is there, so
people apparently live under a rock. No, it's the media we see, right? Vortex looks like the next Stadia. Could be. What I'd like to see is a cloud console come into play again, because I don't think we've had a cloud console really take hold, bring its own achievements, bring its own UI, bring its own controller, bring its own community, streamline some exclusive games.
Technically, you could go with a Shield TV, which is like a console. It's like an Android box that...
right. But GeForce Now, we know their objective is to get every PC game that they can onto the platform. It's a tool to utilize your games. They're not looking to, create those exclusive games or be that console, right?
Because you're talking about having a cloud service that has its own ecosystem.
Yes.
Stadia had its own achievement, has its own population.
Yeah, they were making their own games.
Yeah, its own feature also, like the local stream, not the local, the peer stream. Yeah, that was like freaking crazy.
But you know what's crazy?
What?
I now own a PS5, and you can stream connect any game with anybody You don't even have to be playing the same game,
Mm-hmm.
and you can stream connect the games to each other.
There you go. It's a
It's just,
technology that was already available. Who knows? The person
I
that
know.
developed that for Stadia probably went and worked for PlayStation after that, right? So,
Yeah, could have been.
mhm.
Let's get through some clips though, and
Yeah.
have some fun here because we are gamers. We like to show off. This is me beating a Abba Nutaro.
About what?
It's one of the 4 big bosses.
Oh, okay.
Really surprised at how quickly I came across it. But let's check it out. I definitely feel like this is action combat at its very best. I would not give it the Souls as title just because it's hard,
Mhm.
but I do want to highlight how great and cool it looks. So let's take a look. Oh, I gotta realize if I put it in HD, it's gonna be terrible. Okay, here we go. Play.
That's one of the boss. Oh, okay. What the hell? Is he trying to eat you with his head or his hat or something like that?
But look at this act, like it's such an action game with these cutscenes,
Yeah.
big boss finishes. That's a cool ending scene coming down on the monster.
Not a scratch.
Oh, obviously, I did it flawless. Well, ignore the health bar in the bottom left. But I did it flawless.
Oh, that's funny.
But Wilson asks, how many of these clips are Stellar Blade? Question mark. Hey, just the one.
Is that boss scene that's censored? Oh jeez. All right, I'll show my clip. So basically it's a Destiny 2 clip. Let's go like this. Oh my god.
Oh.
Put it full screen. There we go. So basically it was just to show that I saved the little dog.
Oh.
If you haven't jumped in yet, there's like those little quests you can do. Just to save the little puppy. You go rescue him, you gotta find Archie and then like rescue him. But yeah, pretty cool. They added those little like feature, if that makes sense. But yeah, worth checking out. Just like Destiny 2 to save the puppy.
Need to upload some Stellar Blade streams. I'm sure there's a lot of it. I had a guy in my chat doing something very similar maker when I streamed Stellar Blade.
That's how I wanted to do. All right. So the next one here. Try to find a way to expand it. There we go. So this one again, Destiny 2 doing the onslaught. Funny time. Someone put a tether, I threw a grenade, and the ads just flew across the map. I always found that funny. I was playing with Sam and N7 doing the legendary, and I'm using, as usual, the Whisper of the Worm because it's a great sniper to use now if you don't miss your shot. But yeah, pretty interesting. But yeah.
Well, cool stuff. That is what I have for this week. Hopefully, we will be back next week. I'll have to check in my schedule. Actually, I don't think I will be around next week. I think I'm gone out of the country. But the week after next, I will be home. So we'll be back after a little break, bringing you more of that cloud gaming news. But Rudy, your hair is excellent. Kelson, what's going on? Getting prepped for final shape, Nads is. So
Yes.
hopefully you're ready as well.
Bliss. Bliss and Kelson talking to each
Bliss,
other. There,
Kelson, they're like in the same room. What's going on? Beer?
But yes, definitely. Final shape is coming in 22 days. There's a lot to do right now, and there's going to be more to do when Final shape come out. And hopefully they can announce about the Destiny 3, because it's been no work for quite some time. So maybe.
Well, we have the
wait.
PlayStation Showcase coming up in the next week or so. We'll be broadcasting live from Cloud&Console, so don't worry about missing it as long as you're locked into the channel and you got the notification bells hit. I believe for sure we will be seeing more of Marathon, which is Bungie is an in-house studio of PlayStation. So I think that's what they'll be marketing. And Destiny 3, I hope they're up in the engine, they're up in the mechanics, the experience is going to be greater. They will have listened to the community and really responded. Perhaps will be third-person mode. We'll see. But only the future will tell.
Yes, definitely.
But again, thanks everybody for coming and hanging out.
Yes. And yeah, we'll see you guys this week or next week. We'll be around. Just check out the channel. We'll be streaming some more game, a bit more of Baldur's Gate, Diver, and I'll probably gonna be streaming a little bit more Destiny 2.
All right, everyone, take care. Have a good night.
See y'all.
Let's roll those credits.
Try to believe in me. Why try, do I even need to? I die with the season leaves. I glide with the season breeze. True, my mind so easily spooked. I ride just to be the me. Oh, finds hype super decently smooth. Nice type, but as sick as